Stardew Valley recently had its 6th birthday, releasing 6 years ago on February the 26th back in 2016. It is loved and played by millions of players. It is fair to say that Stardew Valley is a huge popular fan favourite across the entire world. But why is it still so popular 6 years on? Today I'm going to talk about what makes Stardew Valley such a popular game and what makes it still very playable and adored 6 years since its release date. Now of course, starting off with one of the main reasons, and that is the style and genre of the game. Stardew Valley is an open-ended country life RPG, a truly cozy indie game in a charming pixel art style. You inherit your grandfather's old farm plot in Stardew Valley, armed with hand-me-down tools and a few coins, and you set out to begin your new life. You learn to live off the land and turn the overgrown fields into a thriving home. There is a number of things you can do during your time in the game, from living on the farm, tending crops and looking after farm animals, to exploring the town and trying your luck at a spot of fishing. And if you fancy it, you can even marry your true love and start your own family. And the best thing is, Stardew Valley lets players enjoy the game at their own pace. There is no time limit or end to the game, because even after finishing the quests and the main storyline, players can still continue their farm life for as long as they desire to. There is no need to rush anything that you start, because seasons come and go, and you always get another year to try new things or complete unfinished tasks. Not to mention the sheer amount of things that you can start, such as completing the museum, all of the collections and achievements. The longevity of this game is truly great. Another thing that makes Stardew Valley still so popular today is due to the loyal community that it has built since its very first birthday. Players who play this game fall in love the minute they begin. They become hooked, and Stardew Valley is always one of those games that you can always jump back into whenever you've got some free time on your hands, or when you are simply bored and undecided what to play. Stardew Valley never disappoints, because if the weather outside is rubbish or you're feeling a bit down, this game will be sure to lift you up and bring a smile on your face. It has connected with so many people across the world on different levels. Players have lent on this game to help drag them out from those dark days or sad times, me being one of them. It is a great distraction from life, and the Stardew Valley community is truly admirable, and every game developer could only ever wish that their games could create the same huge community that Stardew Valley achieved. Because we all know, a game without a loyal community is like chocolate without sugar. Now, one huge reason to why Stardew Valley is still very popular and highly played to this day is due to the fact it has a multiplayer option. Multiplayer is huge for gaming, and it can bring hours and hours of additional fun to players. And there is nothing better than jumping into a game with an old pal or a family member and sharing awesome moments together. It's all about creating memories, and Stardew Valley captures that so well. What is not to love about farming and living in the peaceful country life with a friend? Stardew Valley has brought so many people together with its multiplayer. Dads playing with their kids, wives dragging along their husbands, loved ones hooking up together, distant relatives, friends hanging out, and creators playing with their own communities. It is truly magical, especially with the last few tough years that we've all had. Another key ingredient for Stardew's longevity is the fact that the game is available on so many platforms. It originally started for PC only, of course, but now all console players can get their hands on this tranquil game. Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, Android, iOS, you name it. You can play this game wherever you are in your day-to-day life. At home, on a plane, in a bus or a train, in a tent or on the loo. At work, it's up to you. On the grass, have a laugh, around your mates or in the bath. Though, I wouldn't recommend. But Stardew Valley will follow you wherever you go. A true friend. Now let's move on to another key feature to why Stardew Valley is still so popular 6 years later. And this is because of the amazing developer. Concerned Ape, or Eric Barone, obviously created this game solo 6 years ago, and he has not abandoned it. After all this time, near enough every single year we have been having big content updates, with the last one being 1.5 that we've just recently had. Updating games and adding new features and content is always a great way to make games last longer. There's only so many times you can start a new game and do the same same things over and over again, but adding updates and new content gives players more options and ideas and allows them to keep playing the game. A developer who loves his community and has a big passion for his own game is a key ingredient to making a game thrive for as long as possible. And updates are crucial for that. The minute a game gets abandoned and there's no more updates is when you start to see a decline in players. And so far, Stardew Valley has continued to get its game updated and has added tons of new content to the game, which allows us to keep playing for even more hours. And the last update was crucial to the end game players like myself, who has played the game for so long. It has gave us new end game content to continue with. And I do hope to see Stardew Valley get new updates in the future to keep the longevity of the game and the fire still burning. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in this video to why I think Stardew Valley is still so very popular is mods. The modding community in Stardew Valley are incredible. The modding community are very passionate about what they do, and they have added tons and tons of mods and additional fun and content to the game to allow PC players to take this game to another level. PC players is the key in all of that, because sadly, if you are on the console, you cannot add mods. But if you are a PC player, trying mods is a must in Stardew Valley. This could turn your game into a brand new Stardew Valley, almost like a Stardew Valley 2. There are thousands of mods out there, not only changing the way the game looks, but you can add new characters, new places to visit, new quests, new stories, new marriageable candidates, new items from crops, seeds, cooking, crafting. You could change the game so much. This makes it feel almost like you're playing a new game. Stardew Valley will never get bored whilst mods are around, and I think the developer made that very clear from when he first created this game. He did want mods to be a part of it, because I think he knows that modding can change the game in positive ways and allow players to have so much more fun and keep playing for as long as possible. We see this with lots of other games such as Minecraft. So those are my main points to why I think Stardew Valley is still so popular today, 6 years after its release. Not only is it a beautiful, relaxing, peaceful game that people can just sit back and take their own time and play, so many people, me especially, have dreamed about that relaxing country life, owning a farm, tending to some crops, but most people cannot do that in reality, so doing it virtually in a game is the best case scenario. But obviously all these points I've talked about also help the game stay popular after all those years. Let me know in the comments, why do you think Stardew Valley is still so popular 6 years later? If there's anything that I've missed, please put it down below. I'd love to see your thoughts and your opinions on this as well, to what makes Stardew Valley such a great game. This video is basically a special birthday gift for Stardew Valley. Its 6th anniversary. I thought I'd do a special dedicated video talking about it, because Stardew Valley means a lot to me. Not only has it entitled me to the opportunities that I have now, creating my own community, being able to create videos on YouTube, not only as a passion and a hobby, but also as a job and a career. I can't thank the game enough, especially the developer and all of you guys for watching. It will always be a big part of me for the rest of my life, and I'm pretty much sure this goes the same for a lot of you guys out there as well. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. I know it's a little bit different. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you all take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.